All right, so we will start from here as usual. We attach this to the draw wire and then we draw in. Continue through here. Then it comes here. Briefly, we have this switch here. This is supposed to be our porch. Then 1, 2, 3 are in the sitting area. 1 and 2 are two switches at different locations. We assume that this is placed at the entrance into the sitting area, and this is placed at the entrance between the sitting area and then the bedroom. So we have one switch here, one switch here that we can use to control the lamp here simultaneously. So you can control it here or here. And again, like we did previously for the power circuit, we are going to use the same tools and the same colors of cables for the wiring. But in this case, instead of using 2.5mm squared cable, here we are going to use 1.5mm squared cable. That is the only difference. So we have same yellow and green, same blue, same brown. All right, so we will start from here as usual. We start from here, continue through here, then it comes here. All right, so like we did previously, we attach this to the draw wire and then we draw in. Then we leave a considerable length before cutting. Okay, so this is what we need from the consumer unit. First to the light at the porch, and then second to the bedroom. Then for the switch wire to the lamp in the porch, we are going to take it through the consumer unit, through this pipe to here. So we have our feed here, we have our feed here. So this is what we are going to do. Because we have a switch wire that will pass here to here, and then we have a neutral wire that will run all this length, what we are going to do is that we will insert the draw wire from here, through here, through here, through here, through here, to here, and then to here. So what we do is that when it comes here, we then attach the switch wire that is coming to this lamp, because it is actually on the way to the end of the same pipe. All right, so observe. We start from here. Okay, so first we attach our switch wire for the port. And then we pull it back. And we need it. It is coming here. But we also need neutral from this point all the way to this point. So, because our neutral starts from the consumer unit here, we'll remove this and add a neutral wire to it. As usual, our neutral wire is the blue wire. So we add it to this one. And then we continue the journey. So now this gets here, and then we are going to drop the brown. It's actually coming down here. Okay. So this is switch wire for port. Good. But our neutral will still continue. It still continue until it comes here. So here we will have to drop it. And then we will drop it for both the light and the fan. So we drop it here for the light. Then it goes this way also. So this is what we have. We have it like this. We come here also, and then we drop it. And then we drop it here also. Finally. Okay, so we are done with drawing our neutral wire for all the lighting and the fan points. We are done with the port and left with the switches in the sitting area and then the fan. So again, we are going to draw two wires through this pipe. One drops here and then the other one drops here. The one that drops here will be for the fan. The one that drops here will be for the light. So we have this from here, comes here. And we have it here. This one down. Okay. This one comes. Okay. Now, because of the kind of switching arrangement you want to do, obviously we need some cables to run from this switch to this one. Then we have already established that we have one circuit for this one and then one circuit for this one. Now, if we are creating a different circuit here, it simply means that we still need to go to the consumer unit and pick a feed to this area. And so that is exactly what we are going to do. We start from here. And then we attach this here. We push it in and then we pull. So we drop this here. And then it ends here. Then again, we need another feed also here. Then again, like we did for the first one, we need two wires that will connect between this switch and this switch for our strappers. Alright, so next, just as we did here, two wires will be going through this pipe. One will end up here and the other will end up here. Right, so it's not with the lights in the washroom, then we are done wiring. Very well, so beautifully we are done with our wiring just as planned. So we have the lighting and the fans done. We have the power circuit also done. In real life practice, sometimes after the wiring, you may wait for some time before coming back to fix the accessories. Alright, so there are several wires coming out from here. At the stage where you want to fix your switches, which of these wires would you connect to which terminal? For me, it is easy to use ohmmeter to check. You can use a battery-powered test lamp, and then you can also mark the various cables in a way that you will be able to remember that I marked all the switch wires in all the boxes this week. But usually what the problem is that um, when you are doing concealed conduit wiring, where sometimes you do the wiring and then masons come to plaster, carpenters come to do their, it's very likely that some of those markings may be tempered with. Somebody needs a short wire to do something, and then they cut off one piece of the wires because they don't know that you have markings on them. And so whatever it is very good to have an ohmmeter handy or a test lamp so that whatever happens, you can easily identify the wires that appear in the various boxes. All right, so I'll end this episode here, and the next video is very interesting. And in that video also, I believe you are going to learn so much. Thank you for staying with me through. All right, so after watching all this, if you have made any sense out of this, try to like this video, share with your friends, and in case you have not yet subscribed, it is just advisable to subscribe and stay with us to learn together. See you in the next video.